Well, spring is less than 30 days away. This is Bruce from My Senior Moments, and I wanted to let my regular viewers and my subscribers know that I am planning to do hopefully a number of adventures this summer, including some on my KTM 390 adventure sitting right here behind me. And the first adventure that I've got coming up is coming real soon. I'm going to the Giant Loop adventure motorcycle rally that's being held at Crane Hot Springs, southeastern Oregon. The rally is from May 30th through June 2nd, and I'll be there all 3 days, all 3 nights. I'm actually going to make a little bit longer trip out of it for 6 days, which will be, quite a long trip on an adventure motorcycle for me. I've had longer trips in Mexico, but this will be the longest trip I've ever done in the United States. So if any of you viewers are going to be at the Giant Loop rally coming up, stop by, say hi, look me up. I'll be having my KTM 390, as I said. I've got the Puig screen, so you can kind of tell the difference maybe between some others. I'll be camping out. I'm going to leave my email to the YouTube channel here in the description. If you want, send me a note. This is going to be my first rally that I've ever been to, so I'm kind of excited about it, but a little bit apprehensive too. So I'm doing some prep work before the rally, and obviously prepping the bike up, making sure that it's suitable for a 6-day ride, which is going to have quite a bit off the pavement, and then getting my gear together, which is an ongoing process too, with my rackless panniers that I'm going to use, and then also getting myself ready too, both emotionally, let's say, psychologically, for this trip, and then also physically. So a few days ago I decided to go and challenge myself a little bit and go on a short hike to see how I would do, and here's a short video of that hike. If you follow my channel, you'll know that I'm recuperating from a total knee replacement operation that I had done 5.5 months ago. I had my knee replaced after damaging it severely in a motorcycle accident in Mexico in October of 2022. Since the operation 5.5 months ago, I've been trying to strengthen the leg and get used to my new artificial knee, and it's not 100% healed yet, nor is it close to being functional like my good knee on my right side. So I'm a bit concerned about any long hikes or travels that put a lot of pressure and pain on my left knee. The Giant Loop Rally will test my endurance, I'm sure. In preparation for a summer of motorcycle riding and adventuring, I decided to go on a series of short hikes to strengthen my knee and to also test my endurance before the Giant Loop Rally. A few days ago, I asked my friend Cloud to join me, and we went up into the Cascade-Siskiyou National Monument. This is a wonderful area of about 113,000 acres, not far from my home in Southern Oregon. I enjoy hiking and riding my motorcycle throughout the National Monument. We took a short 3-mile hike up to Hobart Bluff and got spectacular views on a bit of a chilly and blustery day. There's less than 1,000-foot elevation gain between the trailhead and the Hobart Bluff lookout area, but it still put a lot of effort on my wobbly knee. I hike with hiking staffs that keep me stable and upright, and they really help in the balance on the loose rock and steeper terrain. I struggled mostly on downhill sections. Uphill sections, my knee performed fine. Southern Oregon received a good amount of rain and snow over the winter, so we were enjoying the green landscapes, and the wildflowers were just coming out to bloom. Wonderful patches of yellows and blues and whites along the trail. When we reached the top to Hobart Bluff, We had wonderful 360-degree views, and although it was a bit breezy, I couldn't resist flying my drone to capture some of the wonderful landscape. Well, I was glad I went on that hike to kind of test myself. My knee is, I described, as not all the way there. I don't have a big problem riding my motorcycle. It doesn't bother me too much. It's a little bit more difficult getting on and off the bike. I have to make sure that I've got stable ground for it too. And I don't anticipate on the Giant Loop motorcycle rally coming up that, you know, I'll do a lot of extended hiking, probably be short hikes, and I think my leg and physical ability should hold up enough for this adventure.
And because I've got an injured knee that's still healing, it's more difficult for me to stand up. I can stand up on the bike, but it's not comfortable for longer periods of time. And I think the other complication is the KTM 390 has kind of a compact rider's triangle, which is not conducive, honestly, to standing up for long periods of time. One of the downfalls of the 390, although I love this bike. Well, I'm back on some gravelly dirt forest road I've never been on before. I do use the Gaia Maps app. Not sure how to pronounce it, but it's, if you get the subscription, which doesn't cost that much, it lists a lot of the roads that are in my area because there are so many of them. It's a pretty decent app, and so I use it for navigation quite a bit. It's one of my aids. I also have a paper map in here, not quite as detailed though. And of course, I always carry my Garmin Geo Explorer Plus. There's a map that comes with that, but not great. Of course, I use the Garmin as a messenger to contact family and friends if I'm out of cell phone range, and of course it's also there should I really get in trouble and, you know, need to hit their SOS button. I won't go through all the safety gear that I'm bringing. That's a separate video that I'll do. You know, I've been developing my safety gear kit over a number of years. I'm sure, just like a lot of other riders, things you put in and take out, and you know, trying to make it useful yet compact. So I'll be taking that, of course, with me. And safety gear includes not only the personal safety for my body safety, but I consider it safety elements for the bike too, like, you know, tire repair and changing tools and such.
And what type of safety clothing am I going to be wearing to the rally? Well, I've got the Dakar series from Climb. Now these are kind of a lighter weight outfits that's good for light adventure riding, which basically means a little bit of pavement and a little bit of off-road, which kind of defines the type of riding that I do, since I'm not doing any really long distances on pavement. And it doesn't come with any protection. You have to buy that separately. And I decided, instead of buying the protective pads that fit in the sleeves on the jacket and the pants, I would buy protection that actually fits on my body. Doesn't move around that way. It fits fairly firm. So underneath the jacket, I've got the Alpenstars vest, and it's got protective pads on the chest, on the back, the elbows, and the shoulder, and it doesn't move around. It fits fairly tight, although I can put, as I have a fleece jacket underneath it for added warmth, since the Dakar jacket is fairly lightweight. And the pants then, what I've done with the Dakar pants is I do have pads that I've inserted in the sleeves for the hip, but on my knees I've got separate pads in there that are fairly thick. Should I fall over on the bike, I don't want to re-injure my damaged knee, so very conscientious about that. And I've got the Dakar gloves, which are nice and lightweight. I have a leather pair of colder weather gloves that I'll take with me as well. And then I've got the Alpenstar Tech 7 boots that I mentioned. So that's kind of my protection I'm going to be taking on this 6-day ride. And as far as the KTM 390, I think I'm in pretty good shape. I've just added on a bash plate. I've got most of the gear that I need. I don't need to buy any more for this trip. So I'll go around a few days before I leave and check the oil, check the tension on the chain, lubricate the chain, check the tire pressures, all those kind of maintenance issues to be sure that the bike is ready to go. The other big issue that I've just started on now is to come up with a packing list. I have the Tusk rackless pannier bags that I'll be packing and using, and you know, for 6 days I'll probably have to carry a little more gear than I'm used to going on an overnighter. I've opted to cook my own food while I'm there, so I'm going to have a little bit more space to store my cooking gear and my food than usually I do on a day ride or an overnighter. Well, there's still a few days till I actually leave, so I can kind of fine-tune what I'm going to take and get the bike, the final issues of the bike all set to go. Really looking forward to this, my first time going on a rally. I hope to meet up with like-minded people there too, take some rides, extended rides, both on Friday and Saturday, and perhaps meet up with some friends that live local to me in Southern Oregon for some rides that are going to happen in the future outside of this rally. So I hope you enjoyed this little short video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I'll have additional videos of the Giant Loop Rally and my adventure out into southeastern Oregon in future videos. Subscribe, and then I will see you next time on one of my senior moments.